Well, that was Harrisburg, day number 1. Everything went according to plan. I couldn't really tell you who we'd get, but I can tell you I'm very happy with what we did. I was certainly kicking my heels. It's in 9 months. We'll see if I can duplicate it. But I was kicking my heels going out to the car. We ended up with 4 horses. I didn't know what would happen on day 1, but I told you it had to do a lot with value. We wanted to get a really nice Ontario filly. I didn't really know who it would be. I did have my eyes set on Cantini's sister. That's kind of out the window now, unless she happens to get loose in the sales ring and runs and hides in the car. I think that's kind of out the window now, but very happy with. I was just talking to Steve. We had a little spirited debate on that. Hold on. Let's start from the start. Walking to the sale, we bid on a couple of horses. We were nowhere close to any of the ones we thought we would get at the start. The sale was a little bit off kilter. Some of them went for a lot. Some of them went for a little bit less than we thought. A couple of horses we thought we could get. We let a couple go that we might have got, but ended up with what we wanted. I told you guys we wanted Pennsylvania horses, right? Trotters, mostly. We would be interested in an Ontario filly. I really didn't think we'd get her today. An Ontario trotting filly and that Ontario pacing colt if he happened to come around. And I was bidding on an Ontario pacing colt earlier and almost pulled the trigger on him, but just let him go. So we started out with a bar hopping filly. Now, obviously, we've learned now, and some of that's going to come to fruition at the end of the sale, we've learned that there is some residual value in broodmares, actually quite a bit. And when it comes to a well-bred horse, it's hard to go wrong. So if you start out with a value-based purchase with a strong pedigree behind the horse, you're more than likely probably safe. Now, you're never safe in this game, but as far as your risk overall, it's diminished, I guess, is the best way to put it. So she sits at the bar. I like this filly a lot. We did a video of her before the sale started. She was this guy's in a big hurry to make it to dinner. Hope he's going to Gabriella's. She sits at the bar is a trotting filly that was by bar hopping. Now, her brother, Volume 8, was the 2-year-old trotter of the year last year, 2022, in the United States of America. His name is Volume 8. This year, it looks like he came back, raced once or twice, and broke down. It happens. He made over 400 last year and was just a tremendously talented animal. And how many were in this family? I didn't look. 2 previous foals. One was Volume 8. The other one was a Muscle Hill that took a mark at 58 as a 2-year-old. And at the time of catalog, made $8,000. So, raced. He raced. The filly went in the ring. I knew we had a shot at her. The bar hoppings, I thought that, as I talked with the storylines earlier in the sale, I thought that the bar hoppings might be a little low, might be a little away from. I don't know why. It just seemed like in Lexington they were a little slow on them. So this was one of the first ones in the sale today. I wanted to keep my eye on this horse. She goes in the ring, and I almost got her for 12. I almost got her for 17. I ended up with her at 20,000, exactly bang on. As easy a purchase as you could make in a sale like this was the bar hopping sister to Volume 8. Seemed like a pretty safe bet to me, and was very, very happy to get the filly. Now, we waited and bid on a couple of horses. Didn't really know how the rest of the sale would go. Now remember, in the back of my mind, I know who the Ontario trotting fillies are that I like. There was really only one today, and that was Princess Dream. Now, a little factoid about Princess Dream. She is by Muscle Mass, so we're pretty heavy on Muscle Mass anywhere in Ontario this year. But she is by Muscle Mass out of a Yankee Glide mare. Now, the second dam is also by Muscle Mass. Now, she was not bred in Alabama, but might own a fiddle. She is a little closely bred, but at the same token, I'm just looking at the horse. Here's the first dam. 3 foals. All 3 of these foals, if I'm not mistaken, raced in the Breeders' Crown at 2. And one of them, the older sister, raced in the Breeders' Crown at 3. This is the half-sister to one of the best 2-year-old trotting fillies on the planet, Warwie Michelle, who won the Breeders' Crown. Her older sister, Warwie Yes, also raced in the Breeders' Crown. And Testing is a brother that also raced in the Breeders' Crown at 2.
One of them did.
What do you mean? All 3 of them raced in the Breeders' Crown at 2. Warwie Yes.
Testing did.
Yes. So did Warwie Michelle. So did Warwie Yes.
Warwie Yes did not.
It raced in it this year then?
No.
What was the race that you just raced in, Warwie Yes? You're ruining my video with negativity, by the way.
No, it's not negative. He just didn't race the British Crown.
Why would you ruin a great story with your facts?
Very nice horse. Racing the breeder in Hamilton.
Why would you ruin a great story with your facts?
So I'm trying to save you getting texts.
Somebody
I
else
don't
was
want
going
to.
tell you.
No, no one would say that. Did Warby Yes not race? Where did she race her last few starts? I'm sure I saw her. No?
Winners of 2, but not 4.
In Mohawk?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
she
mixed up.
raced in the Kentucky Futurity Consolation.
That's where I saw her, in Kentucky when I was there. My apologies.
Consolation. And the Bluegrass.
Wow, you're really throwing a lot of cold water on this story.
She's a very, very nice horse, but she's got a British Crown.
She's a Kentucky Futurity Consolation.
Show horse.
Oh my God. Anything else? Do you want to grade her, maybe?
No, she's. No. I wish I owned her.
3 for 3 that raced in major
I
stake
owned
races.
her.
Hold on, let's rewind it. 3 for 3 that raced in major stake races. Okay,
Yes,
are you going to pitch?
Grand Circuit
Thank you. Okay, her one sister is one of the best 2-year-old fillies on the planet. Won the Breeders' Crown. Now, Steve, thank you for not bringing up that the 2 sisters were Walners and she's a muscle mass, but nevertheless a very good-looking
All
filly.
3 were Walners before her.
Oh, testing was too.
Yes.
Wow, you really suck. So all 3 were Walners. This is the 4th foal. It is a muscle mass and a very good-looking filly, very well-bred filly. In fact, she's bred so well, they bred her really close. They wanted to breed her within her own family. So she is by muscle mass. The second dam is also by muscle mass. For the breeders out there, you're like, I don't know about that. Obviously, they made a little bit of an error, but at the same token, I don't see why it would matter. I watched a Down by the Seaside win the trotting final consolation this year. I watched Goo Goo Gaga almost take over the world, who was a pacing sire. And I know they weren't inbred, but
No.
But you, it's funny you were saying that.
I don't think that it was done by mistake. I think it was absolutely done on purpose.
Really? You think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there are people that do that, right?
Absolutely.
I would be curious who bred this horse, Hunterton, but he definitely didn't make any mistake. I would be curious why Mommy Farms and Hunterton bred this horse the way they did. I'm going to ask them tomorrow, actually. I'd like to hear the story behind that.
Me too.
Either way, Princess Dream is a very, very nice looking filly. Aside, take the page and just turn it and just go look at the horse. A very beautiful filly. Her sister is now a Breeders' Crown champion, a world champion. Her brother raced in the Breeders' Crown, and her sister raced in the Kentucky Futurity Consolation, apparently. It sounded much better when I said Breeders' Crown. So Princess Dream, regardless of all that, put all that aside, just a super easy purchase. We picked up a top Ontario-bred trotting filly for $85,000. Next in the ring, for us, we watched some horses go through, and I had to be careful, right? When we're talking about that premier horse, that top horse, that horse we want, I got a small list of horses. And one of them went through the ring today. We'll talk about him in a minute. But there was a horse, I sat there and I said to Amy, number 86, Grand Old Chap. We did video of this horse. Here's a horse that's eligible to New York, Kentucky, and Massachusetts. Now, Kentucky is over, and then Massachusetts starts. Massachusetts has 21 horses eligible to the Sire Stakes next year in this division. And this is the Chapter 7. This is the first foal from a Muscle Hill mare, and that mare is a sister to Snow White. That mare is also a sister to That's All Money. That's All Money is important because that's the mother of Looks Like Money. And again, you just look top to bottom. Very deep, very long, very good pedigree here in the second dam. First foal from a Muscle Hill mare. I really thought this horse, I had this horse marked at $140,000. Now, clearly I was way off. Way off. Because I almost got him for a lot less. We ended up paying $75,000 for this horse, and I can't, for the life of me, understand why the horse that we videoed, the horse that I went and looked at, the horse that I marked at this price, went for $75,000, but that is how the sales work. That's how they go. You just never know. So, it was just, I'm not turning here, am I, Steve?
No.
Yes. Yes. Okay. No. Yes. We gonna make our mind up?
No.
No. We're just gonna roll the car. Okay. No problem. Don't worry, because there's only an 18-wheeler coming behind me.
I wasn't paying attention.
No. He's pretty happy. You would have just cleaned me right out. The last things I would have been doing was talking about the colt. Anyway, now I was pretty well happy for the rest of the day. I'll be completely truthful with everybody. The last horse in my mind for the day was Memory and Imagination's brother. I did like him, but I told you this in the video. When I did the video, the reason I didn't seem optimistic was because I just thought he'd bring more than what I was willing to pay. We paid $77,000 for Memory and Imagination's brother. And although this colt looks maybe even a little better than Memory and Imagination, that doesn't mean that he is. There's a lot of work and a lot of dirt and a lot of grass and hay and feed between here and here, between right here, right now, and any sort of stake racing for this colt. So I just thought he's going to bring more than I'm comfortable paying him. Along the way, to hip number 153, which was Memory and Imagination's brother's hip, there was a lot of horses. And I looked at some. I think I even bid on some. There was one horse that walked by us, and I don't know why. I never went and looked at this horse before. I didn't go to Diamond Creek. I didn't pull him out of the stall. I didn't do a video of her. It's not even him, it's a her. I didn't do a video of the filly. I happened to look down and I saw, and everybody's texting us, are we going to get a Sweet Lou or a Poppy Rob? Those are the two I'd really like to get. I had like 3, 4, 5 messages over the last week about this. Here's a Poppy Rob Hanover filly out of a sister to Sintra. Now, I don't mean to pull at anybody's heartstrings, and, you know, Sintra is so nice for us and so good to a lot of people, both inside and outside the stable. He was. But this was an exceptionally good-looking filly. I was talking to a trainer shortly thereafter, and he'd asked me how many we had, because we were joking. I said I want 5 to 7 horses for the wholesale. I was right on target for where I wanted to be. And he said, how many do you have? I said 4. He knew that I had bought 2. I told him who the third one was in the colt, trotting colt. And then I told him about this filly, and he looked her up and he said, oh, I had her marked really high. I really liked this filly. I thought she was just an amazing looking, I don't think he used the word amazing. He said she was a really good looking filly. Because she was. Put together perfectly, looked great. And that entire family is strong, top to bottom. I just thought she was an easy purchase, and I kept bidding. I just thought she'd bring 70 or 80,000. I probably would have paid that for her. We almost had her at 42, I thought. 50. I think my last bid that I made was the last bid I was going to make, and that was bang on 60. I bid 55, somebody bid 57. I think I bid 60, and I looked at Amy and I said, this is my last bid. I really like this filly. It's my last bid. Just kind of hoping, kind of biting a hole in your lip. You know, as you said, last call, 50, 60, 60, 62, 62. Bang, hammer went down. So our last purchase of the day was one of the most interesting purchases we made in quite a while. Right? First Poppy Rob Hanover we've ever had. Out of a sister to a horse that did so much for all of us in Sintra. Was just such an interesting purchase. The entire day, I told you guys I came here with the lowest stress level I have ever had coming to Harrisburg.
You're welcome.
For what?
Keeping your stress level.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. I really did come here, and I still don't feel any stress. Today was a walk in the park. As I said, jokingly, kicking my heels going out to the car. I thought we had a great day. I know that Steve was not impressed with a little bit of the inbred filly, but he'll come around. I know what he's like. He'll come around. We've already had, and I'll be completely upfront with everybody. We've already had 2 farms, 2 breeders say, when you're done with that filly, you don't care if she races or not, I want her. And one gentleman said he would give us 70% of what we paid for, regardless of what she turns out to be on the track. And the other person said, no, we want that filly. So we had her for 2 hours, 3 hours, and we've already had 2 people say they want her when she's done. So that's a residual effect of a line like that. And you know, we might joke about the muscle mass, but that's all going to drop down too. When they finally decide to breed her to something, you're going to see that muscle mass. Nobody will even notice. So you're talking 3rd dam, 2nd dam. No one's going to care. And I just thought it was very simple. You know, for us, I know you guys are sitting there in Ontario and you say, geez, you know, Anthony's not spending much time in Ontario now, and I just wanted to get a nice horse for Ontario. We've done good work in Ontario. We bought good horses for Ontario. And I told you what we wanted. We wanted a trotting filly, and I bought you one of the nicest trotting fillies you're going to want to see. Make no mistake, aside from the joking about the breeding or whatnot, Princess Dream is a very, very good-looking filly. So, very happy with the way day 1 went. It went according to plan. Stress level stayed low. Everything went great. We got horses we wanted. I didn't tell you we wanted this one and that one because there was a lot on our list, but they all come in for a lot less than what I thought I would have to pay for them. I thought the Princess Dream was a 6-figure horse. I thought the Colt was 140, 120, 140 easy. And nobody really cares what I think. I'm just telling you what I thought. I knew we would get the bar hopping. I told somebody we will be able to buy her, and I told you exactly what we'd buy her for. We even got her for a little less. The muscle mass filly was easy. The Chapter 7 colt, triple eligible, simple. The sister, the filly who's out of a sister to Sintra, simple. And I knew we weren't getting Memory and Imaginations, brother. You could tell with the video I did. I'm not stupid. I know that he's going to bring a lot of money. And good for the gentleman that owns Coyote Wins. Good for him. We have the one we want. Memory and Imagination. And good luck to whoever bought the brother. Wish you all the luck in the world. I think I saw Tom Hill. I'm not sure. Anyway, a fantastic day one. Now we're going to take our time and focus on what is about to happen tonight. We have some horses racing tonight. Tiger's in. He's in tough again in the Open. He's got to drop out of this goddamn Open after tonight. And then we get All Gas, No Brakes, also racing tonight. I think we have one more, don't we, Abe?
Yeah,
Perlucky is racing tonight.
Al Lipfeld bought that.
Al Lipfeld bought Memory and Imagination, brother? Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Anyway, it was a great day. It's been a wonderful day one. Day two, much of the same. I told everybody 5 to 7 horses. That's what we're looking at. I got my eye on 2 tomorrow. Either one would be great. Both would be popping champagne if we get both of them. I can tell you that. Either one would be just fine. I'll let you know about them a little bit later on tomorrow. But for today, got everything we wanted, got all our work done, and everything come in smooth. So, talk to you all soon. I hope you had a wonderful day. Hope you followed along. Check out the show tomorrow. What time's the show start tomorrow?
9.
Sale starts at 10 tomorrow?
Sale starts at 10.
So it starts at 9. Show's at 9. Everybody, make sure you tune in. Take care.